There's a whole lot of bashing of men right now. If you don't think men are under attack, you're not paying attention or you in denial.
Do you believe that women are being bashed as well?
Our brothers suffer in a different way. We suffer in silence because there's shame in when we are short. We hear our sisters say, I raised my son all by myself. His father didn't do nothing.
Well, a lot of women don't have the option, though. Some women get in the situation.
Okay, now hold on.
The man leaves. You know?
Now watch this. Sisters always have an option. There's always a Paul Pierce, a Dondre Whitfield, somewhere in your circumference. Because at the end of the day, we are the men that God sent to move the needle for humanity in a profound way. So me writing this book is trying to give our folks, and of course our sisters, same thing. I'll give you a perfect example. Right now, if you look at social media, you see what's going on. There's a whole lot of bashing of men right now.
Man.
That is very
It's
true.
not fashionable. It's not very fashionable to be a man right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
If you don't think men are under attack, you're not paying attention or you in denial.
That's
Can
facts.
I ask you this? Do you believe that women are being bashed as well?
Now, throughout history, unfortunately, our sisters have been bashed.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But while we are taking care of our sisters, we can't forget about our brothers in the process.
I agree.
We can't kick our men in the chest in order to uplift our sisters.
I agree.
That's how we produce a weak society of men, because we overcompensate for one and we don't think about the other. And then they ask the question, where are the real men at? Why are the men sassy? Why are they all emotional? Because we completely forgot about the guys and we only worry about y'all now. So now we acquiesce to y'all nature, and then y'all still end up not wanting the same guy that you created possibly.
That can't happen because this is community. I shouldn't feel bad in order for you to feel good.
I agree with that.
You feel me?
I agree with that.
Now watch this. Let's check in real time and see how this works. Our sisters will say, constantly we hear how men are underperforming. While at the same time we hear how unnecessary men are.
All the time.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy too.
Hold up, rewind. Y'all missed it. How can we be hearing constantly how men are underperforming and at the same time hear how unnecessary men are?
That don't make sense.
That don't even make any sense.
Yeah, I agree.
If we are unnecessary, why would it be possible to examine our performance?
I agree.
Exactly.
Do it on your own. You don't need a guy. He is spitting facts.
P, as a basketball player, you're only going to determine whether a dude is proficient at a specific thing or not. Why? Because you need him. And if the coach is talking about how he underperforms and you tell him after the game, yo, bro, hey, bro, need you to step it up.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? You're not going to do that to the dude that's at the end of the bench, are you?
No.
Why? Because he ain't getting in the game.
Right.
He's not making an impact on the game. You are only I guarantee you it was only you, KJ, Ray,
KG,
KG, Ray, Rajon, right? Y'all are having the kinds of discussions with each other like, bro, where were you tonight?
for sure.
That was a fire big three as well. I'm not going to lie. Celtics 08 big three was crazy. That's definitely one of my favorite NBA teams of all time.
Where were you tonight?
For sure.
We needed you tonight, bro.
For sure.
Why? Because your performance matters.
Yeah.
So whenever anybody is talking about you underperforming, it automatically means that you are necessary.
That means you know. That's right.
That's
exactly.
true.
Nobody's talking about you if you're unnecessary.
Right. Right.
So now watch this. We hear our sister say, I raised my son all by myself. His father didn't do nothing. Okay. Is this the same dude who is now toxic?
Wow.
That every woman thinks is dangerous? the boy that you raised on your own? You raised him. You said it. I didn't say that.
Right.
You said it. You said you raised him all by yourself.
Right.
Ma'am, women are saying that your son is toxic and dangerous.
Well, a lot of women don't.
That's toxic in itself. A lot of women don't understand you trying to piggyback and take up that role. It's not going to help you at all. It's not going to help your child at all. He is going to turn out to be the guy that you ultimately do not like, that you're not attracted to. He might excite people, but outside of that, he's going to be a detriment, a problem to people and himself as well. We need men, man. It is what it is. We need strong men to guide and lead the men and the women. It's not just one side fit. It's not one side better than the other side. It's a duality-based system, so we need both to coexist and exist.
Don't have the option though. Some women get in the situation.
Okay,
and
now hold
the
on.
man leaves. You know?
Now watch this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sisters always have an option. There's always a Paul Pierce, a Dondre Whitfield, somewhere in your circumference where you say, listen to me. I can teach my son how to be a lot of things,
But not a man.
but a man is not one of them.
I agree with that.
That's respect.
So here's what I'm going to do. As your sister, I'm going to drop my son off to you at 2:00.
That's community.
I need you to do your man business between 2 and 3, 2 and 4, whatever you going to do. Because you got to be the drill instructor for his manhood. Because I can't do that.
But see, that's
If you got all weak men, you're not going to be able to have that type of influence in your family. That's why I always say you got to have some form of a male figure around you, hopefully a father, a brother, cousin, somebody. But guess what? To do that, you got to have legit families. To have legit families, they have to be started out the right way. We all got a lot of broken families, so it's going to be hard. Everybody going to have to figure it out differently. It might not be somebody that you possibly are related to. It might be somebody that you possibly know that's really great with kids, certain football coaches, other dynamics of men that can help build and discipline a man to grow up to where he ain't lost and he just not emotional. That's going to be a big factor, especially in a young man's life, a daughter's life as well.
the disconnect right there.
Big time.
That's the disconnect.
Big time.
Like, especially if y'all not together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you convince the woman? Because I've been put in that situation. It's like, you know, this is my time with them. Like, dude, like, you got to have an understanding. Like, I'm looking at like my son right now. Mm-hmm. Like, he need me more than ever.
How old is he?
He 12. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
12.
So, like, I really want him to kind of, like, stay with me, like, now, really.
Right now, he needs you. He needs you now more than ever.
Like, he lived, like, 10 minutes from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's just never enough time on my time. It's like, you got to be in the house with the kid.
Definite.
You know? And so, like, what do I do? Like, what kind of conversation is that? You know what I'm saying?
A
Like,
man's voice hits different.
As a child gets older, you're going to need to be there a little bit more than you would when he was probably an infant or, you know, a toddler or whatnot. As a male gets to be in a preteen to teenage age, you almost down there got to take him under your wing so you can teach him how you moved. And that's usually how the process goes. But if you leave him to his own devices or, you know, being with other people, they're going to teach your child. And that could possibly be for the detriment.
Watch this. Me and my wife have been together for 28 years. Wow. Shout out to my baby. Hey,
man, that's incredible.
Yes,
Bro.
Sally Richardson.
That's-
right?
that's-
Hello.
that's-
Sally Richardson.
Hey.
Whitfield.
Hey,
Whitfield.
that's
And here's
28,
why
28.
28 years
Yes.
together.
And
Okay.
23 years married.
23 years married.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I
that's
say
crazy.
Whitfield on that, and some people were like, well, why does that matter? Here's why it matters. I am my wife's cover.
And can I say this?
Yes.
I remember meeting you when we were at Tashina's house. And
Yes.
we had that thing.
Yes.
I won't get into it,
Yes.
right? And so
I hope Azar ain't trying to be messy. Don't bring up them LA parties because we know what go down on them. It's a lot.
somebody
I'm
was
always at a place where it's
Yeah.
something crazy.
It was something very exclusive, and we can't talk about what was going on or who was there. No, we can, I'm sure. But yeah, it was someone there
This
speaking to
y'all
us.
wasn't at the Diddy party, was it?
No, it was Rizza
There was no
Islam.
oil at this
All right,
party.
just making sure.
We're good.
Yeah.
Making sure.
And you were there with your wife, right? And I
Yes.
will never forget this because it was a man there speaking to us. And it was
Yes.
a crowd of people who were listening listening, she set this up and it was private and it was just all the exclusive people that she loved. And we came over there. And literally, I remember you said something, and it like, seriously, this stuck with me. That's why you said you never know who watched, right?
Yeah.
You were there with your wife, and you were like, so listen, you asked him, you were like, listen, I made a mistake with my family, my wife. I told my wife to follow my lead and do something, and I was wrong. So now what do I need to do to make it right? Because my wife follow my lead, my family. And I listen, this is years ago, right?
Yes.
I remember this till this day that you said that exact thing, because I remember thinking like, wow, I need a man that is like that. Oof. You know, like I have to have a man that could be like, listen, I'm the leader. I'm doing this and I made a mistake. This is now what do I do? But like to trust your man to be a leader is really important. Like to have that respect, to be like, I trust your leadership. Because as women, we question things and we, you know, we're gonna automatically be that way.
Yes.
But like when you build that trust, you slowly see like, wow.
I will say this as a woman, if you're with a great guy, reinforce that to him. Let him know, I appreciate you being here. Appreciate how you lead this family. You're smart. You're amazing. You know, you're masculine. Everything. Just reinforce all the great that he's doing, just so that you can keep feeding your man, so he can keep feeding you. Because you ultimately know, if you know you want a guy in your life, if you got a great guy in your life, you need to keep him at the tippity top of his game, so that he can constantly go out there and keep slaying dragons for you.
Leading me in the right direction. Even if you make a mistake,
That's right.
The intention
That's
was
right.
there to do the right thing, so I can trust that.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And
That's always us as men. Like,
Yes.
women can't do that.
It's so here's
Yeah,
now
for
watch
sure.
this.
Women have a hard time doing that. They made the
doing
mistake.
what? Oh, taking accountability is what you're saying. Yeah, I agree with that.
Because
I agree with that.
Watch
yeah.
this.
That is true.
As a man, I hear about my mistakes all day
Yeah,
long.
we hear about it all the time. So we used to that.
As a man,
Yeah.
I hear about my mistakes all day, every day. Women are, and I say this as a joke, but it's so serious.
It's serious.
Wives are not built to be husbands.
Oof.
That's real.
I agree with that.
And here's why. If I treated my wife,
How she treats you. Sensitive. We're too sensitive. We're
yo,
gonna
let
be
me
like,
tell you
oh
something.
my
When
God.
Right.
when I say complete lock up, lock down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
For sure.
So now watch this. Let me. So I coach couples.
Yeah.
Right. And one of the things that I get from the couples that I work with, particularly when I'm just beginning to work with a couple, someone invariably, one of them will say, I can't be with them no more because we just not the same. I got that they don't see it the way I see it.
Right.
I can't. And the first thing I say is, amen. And they're like,
Oh wow.
huh? I'm like, yeah, you were not meant to see everything that I see.
Ooh, that's it right there, though.
Look,
That's it right there, though.
look. I'm gonna break it down for you very simply.
Yeah.
If I'm facing north, a great couple is not. They go, well, behind a good man there's a good woman. Behind a good woman there's a good man. My wife is not behind me. She's just to my back,
Facts.
and we are back to back.
I need that head on a swivel. I need you looking in all directions. Man, ultimately, I feel like your wife going to be a reflection of you over time, especially if y'all get together early enough. Y'all going to teach each other. Y'all going to learn from each other to where y'all going to move as a unit. Like if you move a certain way, she are naturally going to adopt that because you're going to keep reinforcing that in your own relationship. So y'all end up, y'all going to be inseparable.
Right.
Why? I'm looking north. She's looking south.
Oof.
We both can see east and west. That's the part where we have to be. You understand?
This is
So
hard.
now we got the same vision here
That's hard.
because we both can see this way.
Yeah.
Watch this. I can see what's in her blind spot.
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
And what?
She can
She
see.
can
She
see
can
what's
see
in
what's in my
yours.
blind spot.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
So let's deal with the word compatibility. What does compatibility? Some people think that, okay, before I go to the relationship part. Let's take a device. When you buy one device and it's meant to pair with another device, it says it's compatible with that device.
Right.
The compatibility means that they are equally important, but not equal in function.
Right.
Well, if you look at compatibility, mostly, like you say, Bluetooth, every phone has Bluetooth. So you'll be able to connect to anything if you have Bluetooth. The key is, I think, with us, is that we make it more difficult throughout our own experiences, our own traumas, our own types and likes and things and dislikes. That's what makes it hard to be compatible with people, because we throw up all our own barriers to make it more difficult to do it. But everybody can be compatible depending on the situation that you are in.
So, like you said, we're equal.
We're equally important,
but not equal.
We are
in
not the
traits.
same.
Because
we got different, you understand?
Right.
Because we serve different functions.
Ooh, we're not equal in traits, but we're equally important.
You got
For
me.
sure.
That's, I agree with that 100%.
You got me.
Yes.
So
yes.
so my wife, because she has certain strengths that I lack,
Right.
vice versa.
Yes.
There's certain strengths that I have that she lacks in. There's certain stuff that she'll call me. She'll be like, "Babe,
Yeah. I don't know. Stressed out. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm over here. I'm like, oh, that's so.
Just tell me.
Why?
Like, yeah.
Because I'm a superhero in that area.
Yeah.
Just like she's a superhero in another area, which makes us compatible.
Yes.
That's real.
Compatible now means that together we complete the package.
Yep.
Too many relationships right now, instead of completing, are competing.
You got too many wants and needs, man. You're making it difficult for us to bond together. It needs to be more simple. Everybody getting re-engineered from how life is and what we think, and move on what we feel like needs to be at the forefront.
And they wonder why we having so many problems sustaining marriages.
Yeah.
Why women and men are like, yeah, nah, I'm
cool.
good. I'm
Yeah.
cool. I'm good.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Because it's us versus each other, not us versus the problem. It's like me and you are fighting this problem together.
That's right.
I'm not fighting you.
No.
You're not fighting me.
No.
We got to be looking at this problem side by side like we about to fight this problem.
Watch this. We so distracted by how we're fighting the problem that now we think that we're fighting each other.
Exactly.
So we never even get to tackling the problem. Meanwhile, the problem is like, look at these two morons right here.
Yeah.
Problem chilling. Problem cross-legged.
Exactly.
Problem like,
Yeah, most people argue the solutions. They both parties got a solution. They can't come to an agreement, and they're arguing each other. Like you said, the problem just looking at y'all like, yeah, boy, y'all both can't agree on nothing. You're goofy. You're lost. That's the problem, man. People can't come to a concise decision, or just put the person who is the leader. Go ahead and let them get the executive call, and then you go ahead and give your vice presidency advice to the problem.
That's
I'll wait.
That's like in locker room fighting.
Right.
you like, hey, bro,
We on the same team.
The competition
You know how many
is
times
down the
I've
hall.
done this? You know how many times I've done that? We be in the locker room and everybody arguing. I said, dude, if you show your passion toward them down there,
period.
Yeah.
we'll be winning.
We'll be winning.
I done
Meanwhile,
said that so many times.
and what stat line is this?
Yeah.
What stat line is this
Damn.
that we doing it here in this locker room?
Damn.
But also, too, even then, a lot of women, including myself, have been constantly sexualized by men.
Yes.
And we never really got the opportunity. Like, I'm lucky enough to have, like, a brother or whatever, but, you know, he's my brother-in-law.
Yes.
Like, my sister been married for, like, 30 years. I'm 34.
Yeah.
So he's a brother to me, but, like, we don't get the opportunity to have a lot of men that don't sexualize us,
Right.
or we have to feel like we're on our edge a
Right.
little bit. to just be able to talk to, you know?
Yes.
And I think it's important to have that because having male advice, especially if you're in a relationship and things,
Yes.
like a different perspective.
Yes.
Women and men, their minds are so vastly different. We operate differently. There's one little thing that can make me go off the edge, like he doesn't love me or this is that, and you could simply just be like, no, like men think this way and this is what it is. And women, we lack that so much because the people who I have maybe thought were my friends then try to do something weird and I'm like, oh no. So having someone who's completely platonic
Yes.
that really wants to see good for you in a man is rare for a lot of women.
Completely understood,
Yeah.
which is why
Yeah.
I do. And usually I lead with like I'm like, sister, I'm first of all, I am married. I'm here as your brother. You
Right, yeah.
right, leading with that.
Sometimes they still be hound dogs.
You need me, you come see me. Because so many of us, watch this, I'm gonna give you a little secret. Most of us who grew up in the hood, like me, like P, we get taught that manhood is how much money can you make?
Right.
How many women can you sleep with? And how strong are you?
How tough are you?
Yo, growing up, that's what it was all about. How many chicks you can get, how strong you were, and how much money you can make. That's what our living existence was growing up as kids to men. Those were the only three things. You started going to the gym, you started trying to work to make more money, and how many chicks could you possibly get? Because it was hard to get one. Boy, that's crazy, bro. I just had a crazy damn flashback.
Yeah.
100%.
None of those things have anything to do with manhood at all. They have a lot to do with masculinity,
Right.
but they don't have anything to do with manhood. I can prove it to you.
Wow,
There's a whole bunch of great men who don't make a lot of money.
that's true.
There's a whole bunch of great men who haven't been with a lot of women. There's a whole bunch of great men that couldn't bench press 100 pounds if you helped them with 50 of them.
Yeah.
Manhood has absolutely nothing to do with any of those areas. Nothing. But those are the first concepts that we get introduced to when we in the hood. So
Facts.
now you all of a sudden you got a brother who is 20 something years old. He got a $50 million contract and you keep trying to figure out why he keep making life mistakes.
No mentorship.
Watch this. The first thing that I say, and this is why I say we need to start giving our brothers the kind of grace that we give our sisters, is this young brother had, from the time that he was playing AAU basketball, what did he have? He had a coach to teach him how to play the game of basketball. What coach did he have to teach him how to play the game of manhood?
That's powerful.
And then you wonder why he keeps making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake.
That's why mentorship is so important.
Big time.
It's like so important when you
Big
have
time.
people around you that can guide you and help you. And we lack that today in this community and in just especially the Black community. It's like we don't have that mentorship anymore.
And that's why I'm just gonna say, here we go, another moment. So my brothers, I want you to claim the young brothers that you see in your circumference. Go have a conversation with his mom. Say, listen, I have, as a man, there's a couple of lessons that I think your son would benefit from.
That's powerful.
Having time with me, I think your son will benefit from me. And I'm having this conversation with you because I'm trying to have this be as respectful as possible. So as your brother, what I'm trying to do is to give my bonus nephew the kind of wisdom that he needs in order for him to matriculate into manhood. We got to start claiming our young, and I call every kid that I know that's not mine, I'd see his father and his mother like my brother and my sister. So that by virtue makes him my bonus nephew.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nephew, come holler at me. I got a cat in our gym, big as hell. Tillman know what I'm talking about. I call him Wolverine. He's so big. He got like a haircut, look like, and he's gigantic. And what's up? I'm like, what's up, nephew? I'm looking up to him. Every time he hugged me, I feel like I'm disappearing. He's gigantic. But he is my bonus nephew because here, my mind, my wisdom is vast. It's expansive. And my job is to broaden his
perspective.
As a matter of fact, just today, so crazy and just bringing this up. Just today, he came over to me, stole a moment with me and said, I've been having a rough week this week. I said, say less, hit me, I got you. He said, all right. Literally, we had to break out of the moment because he was starting to get emotional.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And these are the kinds of things we need to start looking at our brothers. We need to start looking at men like the human beings that we are.
Facts.
That also suffer. Yes, our sisters suffer, but our brothers suffer in a different way. We suffer in silence.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because there's shame in when we are short.
Crying or this. I
You
always
understand?
say, as a woman, I can call my homegirl and cry for hours.
And she's not going to judge you at all.
She's not going to judge me.
Yes.
I can speak.
Not even just that. You're going to get reinforced by somebody who possibly attracted to you in your own world. For us, it ain't too many that's going to reinforce if we handsome, if we look good. The most we might get, if we smell good, we might get a compliment on that. Most men don't get complimented at all. It don't matter how good looking you are, how you carry yourself. A woman will still avoid that just because they really, that's one thing that they lack sometimes is complimenting men. So we really do suffer in silence.
On that, men, they can't. When they usually call their homeboys, let's go out.
Okay, watch this. Look, remember the little viral clip, P, when they, they'd be like,
yes, good night.
Hey, man, I just wanted to call you. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams. You going through something? You trying to kill yourself?
Why you call me with sweet dreams?
What is it with the sweet dreams?
Yeah.
It was hilarious because everybody laughed because they know it's true.
Yeah.
You can't hit your brother with a, yo, man, just trying to see if you're all right. You know, everything is cool. Just looking up. Like, watch this. I shake up all of my brothers with, look, a couple of our brothers have, let's just say, seen the inside, okay?
I'm gonna pause it right. I'm gonna leave it right there. But I mean, he spit nothing but facts. I don't want to be too long. Oh man, he said a lot there. The key that really set me back was the money, strength, and women. That is something that we have always been. It's just been bred in us. That is the trifecta that we follow. But that's not the only thing. And I think that's where the discipline, the consistency, the mindset, all that stuff matters more. And you'll have people tell you like, oh, why you want to do that? Or, oh man, you not on this type of time? Like, well, man, you gotta. Then you'll get shamed, even by some of your own brothers. But the sad part is that you still have to be the martyr. You have to still be the leading factor to show that I can still be better than what's around me, and I don't have to conform to what everybody else is doing, especially if it's not giving me the results that I want. That's one of the biggest misconceptions, is sometimes we feel like we have to be in things just because we want to feel cool, opposed to what's going to be beneficial for the future. And it's going to take time. Everybody's timeline going to be different. It might not hit for you right now. Whatever age you at, it might not hit till you in your 40s or your 50s. Whatever it might be. I just want to speak on success. You got somebody like Kevin Samuels. Didn't become successful until he was like 50. And I'm talking about successful to the point where you have like the whole nine. You got the money, the clout, the fame, all that stuff. Well known, 50 years old. So take that into account to really say that, everybody's timeline is going to be different. Yours might hit a little different than someone else's, or hit sooner than someone else's. But if you get it faster, amazing. If you don't give up. You still going to be going through your trials and tribulations to the hand that you was dealt. Everybody was dealt a different set of cards. So if yours happen to be a full deck, or you have like this all-star hand that you can pull out a royal flush, the game still continues. But once that hand comes, you play that hand. But the key is a lot of us end up giving up way before we even get a chance to play the hand or get the hand. But every dog has his day. But he spoke nothing but facts, man. I feel like we poured back into ourselves on this episode. We're speaking about men, even the dynamics of women. This was no women bashing and nothing. He said nothing crazy. He didn't make any wild takes or whatnot. He definitely stated where the woman is needed and necessary in your life to survive. We need each other. Now, whether we can say men might have certain survival skills and so on and so forth, but every man is not going to be equipped to do every single thing. That's when it goes back to the compatibility factor to say that you can't be above admitting when someone does something better than you, even if it's a woman. It is what it is. Because there's things that my wife do way better than me, to where I don't even have the time to think about, which she can think about those things. And I'm going to pour back into her so she can actually do those things at the maximum potential. And she pours back into me so I can do what I do at the maximum potential. And that means that if that means giving me back time, to where I don't have to think about certain things that I would have to think about while I'm doing my crafts, she alleviates that from all the things she does very well. Caretaker, nurturing, mother, wife, amazing. I appreciate her 1,000 times over. But bro, he spit nothing but facts. I'm not gonna lie. I'll make sure. And you know what's funny? I remember watching him consistently throughout, just like the early 2000s or whatnot, or movies or whatnot. I mean, I can't remember the exact movies that he was in, but I know I always see his face on different movies and shit like that. He was always very, very funny and whatnot. So it's a dope person to have on this podcast, speaking the way he speaks, because I didn't even know he had this type of mindset. So make sure y'all like the video, comment below. I'll have this link in the description so y'all can watch it in its entirety. Make sure y'all have a great day, whatever time of day it is. Just enjoy the day. And until next time, y'all, peace.